Greetings, Earthlings. Mary Jane is a mistress that many have known to grow and love. Under all of the names that we call her, Mary Jane, weed, cannabis, sometimes even kush. Well, today is a very special episode of HERBan Nerd Weekly because it happens to drop on 4/20. So today, we're gonna nerd out all about cannabis on this week's episode of HERBan Nerd Weekly.
Ain't no freestyle, it's this, that, he style. Hey, it's your boy Spayce here, man. I got a new podcast out I want y'all to subscribe to, bruh. It's called HERBan Nerd Weekly, available on iTunes, SoundCloud, and Google Play Music. My
What's happening, y'all? Okay, so, alright. Today's episode is episode number 20 that falls on April 20th, which is, as we all know, 4/20. Or, which is, I think I got that grammar right. I don't know. I've been celebrating today. I don't know if that's coming across, like, obviously right now, but I'll tell you what, guys. Happy holidays. I hope that you woke up and got your day started correctly. And I'm really hoping you guys are checking out this episode while you're doing it. Cause, you know, if you ain't gotta be to work, you're probably not gonna wake up till like 10, 12, cause, you know, the true celebrators are waking up at 4:20 a.m. just to get that first token of the holiday season. Some of us even go in at midnight. Me, myself, personally, it's the full 24, baby. What's happening? Yeah. So, today's episode, HERBan Nerd Weekly, is brought to you by my website, SpayceWasHere.com. SpayceWasHere.com. That is my website. That's where you can check out all of my online content, as well as in the future, you will also be able to get the dates for where I'll be appearing. I mean, you know, a bunch of them gonna be like open mic days and stuff, so if you're in the city I'm in, that'd be cool if you popped up. But eventually, you guys already know that's gonna be turned into some real true blue show dates. And of course, all my HERBan Nerd Weekly listeners are gonna be like exclusive, like they're gonna be VIP, so whenever I got stuff you got to pay for, y'all get discounts, man, cause y'all been riding with your boy since the gritty beginning. And this is episode 20. I'd like to say this is the first time I made it to 20 episodes since my very first podcast. And if you guys were around during the early Spayce days back when I was going by Nova Black, then you are probably privy to Side Splitter Radio. Well, me and a lot of my cohorts, my homie Traster, you know, my homie Koya. I had a lady friend back then that was a frequent guest also. So, if you guys been messing with me since back then, you guys already know how monumental this episode is for me. But I'm rambling on right now. First things first, before we get into what the holiday is all about, let's get us a brief history on cannabis, a.k.a. marijuana. I'm saying it like that, by the way, because of the fact that there is a comedy CD by the name of the Marijuana Logs in the same style of the Vagina Monologues, and it's performed by 4 amazing comedians. One, Arch Barker, and Doug Benson are 2 of the bigger names. And I'm sorry, I can't remember the other guys' names. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna put it in the blog post just because I feel terrible about forgetting their names right now, because this is one of my favorite CDs. But that's how the album starts off. Marijuana. So, let us begin. Cannabis is a genus of flowering plant in a family of Cannabiceae. The number of species within the genus is disputed. 3 species may be recognized: Cannabis sativa, Cannabis indica, and Cannabis ruderalis. ruderalis may be included with sativa, or all three may be treated as a subspecies of a single species. See sativa. The genus is indigenous to Central Asia and the Indian subcontinent. So weed is Asian. That's why you get the chinky eyes. I'm sorry if that came off like racist, but like, I mean, come on, if you smoke weed, everybody's eyes get like Asian when you're like really, especially when you're like super stoned. Let's see if we get into the scientific classification, shall we? The kingdom is plantae. The clade is... Oh boy, okay, so hold on, I gotta remember, please excuse my dear... No, that's a math. King Philip had drunk. Okay, kingdom plantae, clade, angiosperms, eudicus, rositus, rosalis, cannabici is the family, and of course, cannabis is the genus. Cannabis has long been used for hemp fiber, for hemp oil, for medical purposes, and as a recreational drug. Yeah. Industrial hemp products are made from cannabis plants selected to produce an abundance in fiber. To satisfy the UN Narcotics Convention, some cannabis strains have been bred to produce minimal levels of tetrahydrocannabinol, THC, the principal psychoactive constituent. Or, as some of us like to call it, the high causer. Many plants have been selectively bred to produce a maximum THC of cannabinoids, which is obtained by curing the flowers. Various compounds, including hashish and hash oil, are extracted from the plant. Not to be confused with the hash that the Grinch stole from them folks' house in the Grinch Stole Christmas. That's a completely different kind of hash. It's not like hash browns. I think it was like corned beef hash, which, you know, it ain't the greatest food on earth, but when you high, that shit is fucking awesome if you ever get the chance. Globally, in 2013, 60,400 kilograms of cannabis were produced illegally. In 2014, there were an estimated 182.5 million cannabis users, which is 3.8% of the population aged between 15 and 64. So these are pretty fucking accurate numbers if they're going about 15 and 64. Those are the real stoners, man. Those, you know, you guys between Lil Pump and Willie Nelson. You feel me? Wait, yeah, that's about how old Willie Nelson probably is. A little old. I don't know. This percentage has not changed significantly between 1998 and 2014. And that was brought to you by Wikipedia. Or rather, is being brought to you by Wikipedia. Cannabis is a popular recreational drug around the world, only being behind alcohol, caffeine, and tobacco, which makes sense because all three of those I can attest to just like having friends around and all that. Those are the most four popular things: alcohol, caffeine, tobacco, and marijuana. And yeah, like, it's kind of crazy how it's taken all of this time to become legal. Or start to become legal, because it's not finished yet. It's not legal yet. Some folks is still going to jail for this shit. In the United States alone, it's believed that over 100 million Americans have tried cannabis. With 25 million Americans having used it within the past year, the psychoactive effects of cannabis are known to have a triphasic nature. Primary psychoactive effects include a state of relaxation and, to a lesser degree, euphoria from its main psychoactive compound, tetrahydrocannabinol. Secondary psychoactive effects, such as a facility for philosophical thinking and apparently word mispronunciation, introspection, and metacognition have been reported among cases of anxiety and paranoia. Finally, the tertiary psychoactive effect of the drug cannabis can include an increase in heart rate and hunger, which I'm fucking waiting on the pizza man like right now, bro. Like, my life is in his hands right now, bro. Like, I would say the name of who I ordered from, but it, like, on the off chance that this episode like blows up on the internet or some shit overnight, I don't want them to get a whole bunch of bad fucked up publicity because I'm talking about them on the weed episode, HERBan Nerd Weekly and shit. Cause I feel bad. They don't need to be in the news like Starbucks is right now. That'd be real fucked up for them. I like them. Believed to be caused by 11-OH-THC, a psychoactive metabolite of THC produced in the liver. Normal cognition is restored after approximately 3 hours for larger doses via a smoking pipe, bong, or vaporizer. And yeah, that's about right. Sometimes 4 if it's some like amazing shit. However, if a large amount is taken orally, the effects may last much longer. After 24 hours to a few days, minuscule psychoactive effects may be felt depending on dosage, frequency, and tolerance to the drug. Which I'm not buying that shit. There he goes right now. Be right back, guys. And I'm back, guys. So, Pizza Man just came on through, dropped off the package, and today is gonna be a celebration, like the song says. Just having a celebration, love to stay high. Let's having a celebration, love to stay high. You know, I wish I could put like I gotta have me like another. I'm gonna have to start me like a real like network so I could pay for some licenses so I could have some fucking music in my shit. Because I'm telling y'all, if I had music in my shit, like I would like kill all terrestrial radio with my shit. I'm gonna do it, but we're gonna start with HERBan Nerd Weekly. And speaking of herbs, we're gonna finish off the brief examination and jump into the history of marijuana cannabis. Now, various forms of the drug cannabis exist, including extracts such as hashish and I already said that part, didn't I? Because I was talking about Dr. Seuss and shit. But yeah, cannabinol, which has no psychotropic effects on by itself, although sometimes showing a small stimulant effect similar to caffeine, attenuates or reduces the higher anxiety levels caused by THC alone. According to Delphic an analysis by British researchers in 2007, cannabis has a lower risk factor for dependence compared to both nicotine and alcohol. However, everyday use of cannabis may be correlated with psychological withdrawal symptoms such as irritability or insomnia, and susceptibility to a panic attack may increase as levels of THC metabolites increase. However, cannabis withdrawal symptoms are typically mild and are never life-threatening. See, you ain't got to be shaking and shivering and having your nose running and just gotta have it, man. It ain't like that. Medical cannabis, or medical marijuana, refers to the use of cannabis and its constituent cannabinoids to treat disease or improve symptoms. Cannabis is used to reduce nausea and vomiting during chemotherapy, to improve appetite in people with HIV and AIDS, and to treat chronic pain and muscle spasms. Short-term use increases both minor and major adverse effects. Common side effects include dizziness, feeling tired, vomiting, and hallucinations. Long-term effects of cannabis are not clear. That's because there aren't any. Concerns including memory and cognition problems, risk of addiction, schizophrenia in young people, and the risk of children taking it by accident. How the fuck is that, like, the risk? Like, first off, if your kid knows, like, there's no taking it by accident. Duh. I mean, unless it's like edibles, but if you got edibles somewhere where, like, your kid can reach, you're not even fucking trying. You know what I mean? Short term use. Oops. Concerns including memory and cognition problems, risk of addiction. Oh, damn, I already read that part. Happy 420, everyone. Cannabinoids are under preliminary research for their potential to affect stroke or children's epilepsy. Industrial use as hemp. Boom, boom, boom. The term hemp is used to name durable soft fiber from the cannabis plant stem. The stalk, Cannabis sativa, cultivates are used for fiber due to their long stems. So to just all around, we gonna just go ahead and assume sativa is like the best shit. It's like the head high. And, you know, it goes on and on about how it's a part of a lot of religions, like Buddhism. Well, now in Buddhism, it's considered an intoxicant and you can't focus on it. But them Rastafarians embrace cannabis as a sacrament, dog. They love it. They love it. They love it. Here's a fun fact. Elders of the Ethiopian Zion Copic Church, a religious movement founded in the United States in 1975 with no ties to either Ethiopia or the Coptic Church, consider cannabis to be the Eurochrist, or the Euchrist, claiming it to be an oral tradition from Ethiopia. Okay, let's go ahead and look up the word Euchrist, because I got Eucharist. Okay, cool. Holy Communion or the Lord's Supper, among other. Oh, okay. So is there weed is their Holy Communion? Well, that's not a bad shake there, you know. You're gonna pick some religion based off something like that, you know. I could dig it. I can dig it. I can dig it. But you know, that's just like a brief little overview, and you know, some of that was like the script, you know, the uses of it or whatever. But all in all, that was, you know, if you've never heard of marijuana weed before, never heard of anybody choking on the cannabis, well then there you go, a little brief understanding. Now, what is 420 all about? 420, allegedly, as the legend goes, way back in the day in Cali, some kids who apparently used to regularly get detention, upon leaving detention, would toke up before heading home. Which kind of tracks, because at 420, like traditionally, detention is meant to be a person being detained for 1 extra hour or 1 extra basically class period, which used to all be an hour, after school, after the other kids all got to leave, so you could have time to think about why you fucked up. So, if you think about the average time they school lets out, it's about 3 o'clock. An hour after school be about 4. Group of kids walk off, pick the best roller. Let's say he can roll blunt or joint or pack a bowl or you know, however you do it, and say 5 to 10 minutes and make it look good. You guys are, you know what I'm saying, toking up around about 420. So the legend does have a lot of logical points as to why it would start out that way. It's been linked to a lot of things, such as police code, but that's actually false. There is no police code about marijuana. It starts at 420 in any district. That I kind of looked that one up like a long time ago, and I vaguely remember that not being true at all. However, who knows? They might have changed it up, switched the game up a little bit today just to throw everybody off. You never fucking know. However, since then, people have celebrated. At first, it was just, you know, a lot of kids would start doing that, you know. Around about 420, you toke up as your, you know, after school little regimen or whatever. Then, somehow, it morphed into an entire day called National Smokeout Day or National Smoke Day. Now, every year on April 20th, the entire country and probably the world, just because weed is so universal, celebrates marijuana in some way, shape, form, or fashion on April 20th every year. Some people celebrate it by being high all day long or smoking all day long when they normally might not. You know, a very common saying in the marijuana community is that true stoners don't celebrate 420 because they're that high every day. Well, that's not entirely true. I know some people that are that high every day, and what they do a little something different. They may roll a special type of blunt, or they might have a water pipe that they only use on that day. Some people, you know, treat it like a real, like an actual, you know, federally recognized holiday. They don't go to work. They stay at home, toke up. Some people, you know, try new things on 420. Like, I know one girl that I went to college with, she tried her first edible on 420 around the time that edibles were first becoming popular. I know some people that hang out with friends that they haven't hung out with in forever because they're the friends that they, mostly toke up with, and they're, that's like their day to hang out and do just that. You know what I'm saying? It's, kind of just how some folks are with St. Patrick's Day. After work, they, all gang up and drink on St. Patrick's Day and Cinco de Mayo, 420. A lot of people like to smoke out, man. Some people even barbecue, have a bunch of friends over, everybody throws in a little food, because everybody knows after you're toking up like that, those munchies are going to be monstrosities. So they go ahead and get their grill on while they're toking up for a couple hours, and everybody having a good time. Marijuana has permeated the culture so much that there is a subculture of marijuana every place that there is a big popping culture scene. Atlanta, New York, California, Miami, Chicago, Detroit, London, Paris, Germany. I heard there's some true fucking dang heads out in Germany. So one of these days I got to go out there and see about that there side. Now, how do you celebrate 420? Let me know. And in order to do that, you're going to probably have to follow me on social media. Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, all Spayce was here. SPAYCEWUZHERE.com. Oh, wait, that's the website, sorry. But at Spayce was here is my handles on all those social media sites. Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. And if you want to chat, Snapchat that is, you can find your boy at the name A1 Spayce. The letter A, the number 1, SPAYCE. And if you are following me on social media, you gonna definitely see me wilding out like a motherfucker on that thing. So make sure you follow me on there because it's all 420 the whole time. I might even, I'm not gonna be, wilding too hard on camera, but I'm definitely gonna be hitting y'all with some philosophical, introspective, cognitive thoughts and such. You feels me? So make sure you follow your boy. And since I said.com, make sure you hit up spacewashere.com to get all my content, because I got so much heat dropping soon. It's gonna be banana. I go banana, crazy, stupid. Hey. Speaking of that song, I love that song. It's one of the songs me and my friends in college used to turn up to when we was turned up. And that's one of the greatest things about marijuana, is that it's permeated culture so much. It's like there's a whole subculture, there's a whole genre of every type of entertainment that has to do with marijuana. Like there's weed movies, there's weed music, there's weed art, there's everything. You know what I'm saying? Like some great movies that either great to watch while you're high or famously watched by stoners. Like movies like Friday, Super Troopers, you know what I'm saying? Stuff like that, those cult classic, Half Baked, you know what I'm saying? Dude, Where's My Car? White Castle, like those type of movies. Pretty much any Cheech and Chong movie, man. Toke up, burn one, and watch and laugh your ass off to those. Those are classic fucking movies, man. I still watch the movie Half Baked to this day, like it's the first time I ever saw it, because every single time I've ever watched it, I've been baked out of my head. So it's like the first time, every time. Ooh, I'm glad I'm a comedian and not a singer. But then there's like a whole weed music. Like some artists are like famous for their affiliation with marijuana, such as Snoop Doggy Dogg, a.k.a. Snoop Dogg, a.k.a. Snoop Lion, a.k.a. turned back into Snoop Dogg because you couldn't shake that shit. And that name was sticking too well, bruh. You know what I'm saying? Willie Nelson has been famously linked. Of course, the contemporaries in my generation, Mr. Wiz Khalifa and Currency, been holding it down, as well as guys like Mac Miller. And you can't talk weed without talking about Dro. Young Dro. Bankhead, shouty. Very prolific pot smoker, as well as Lil Wayne. You know what I'm saying? Like, his song, Pussy Money Weed. As a teenager, there is no greater song to listen to while you just started getting pussy you're regularly hitting the weed, and you done got your first job, and you got some money rolling in. He epitomized that feeling with that song. You know what I'm saying? People like Wiz Khalifa make whole mixtapes and whole albums, Cushion, Orange Juice, classic shit. Everything Currency makes is basically something that you should just get in your car, play, and just ride it high, man. Ride it on out. Now, I don't recommend everybody drive high. Matter of fact, most people, you shouldn't operate any heavy machinery while you're high. Like if I'm, disclaimer, I do not recommend it. However, as we all know, I am a nerd that has hung out in some traps, and you can't tell them niggas shit. So, them niggas is the niggas that, if you gonna do it, you might as well roll to some Currency, man. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what it's made for. People like Mac Miller, you know what I'm saying? Like, have whole songs about weed. Like, he has one song called Loud that I love. One of my favorite groups, Travis Porter, also has a song called Loud. And it is one of my favorite weed songs. It's, like, amazing. Like, it epitomizes, like, the feeling of, like, when you're, like, in high school or maybe even college. And, you're, like, token up, like, ducked off somewhere. And then you, like, try to stroll into class. And then it's like, I know you smell me. Soon as I walked up in the room, when I walked up in the room. I know you smell me, and when I light the blunt up, you smell the fume. Man, I'm smoking on that loud, loud. Man, I'm smoking on that loud, loud. Man, I'm smoking on that loud, loud. Man, I'm passing on that loud, loud. Now turn up. Oh yeah, I done went off all on a tangent. That's my shit, man. Matter of fact, I'm be like dropping like all of the greatest weed songs. That's what I'm doing on social media tomorrow. On social media on 420. For 420, we are all day nothing but the greatest weed songs and like links to great weed movie clips and shit. Like we gonna celebrate, y'all. Let's have a celebration. Love to stay high. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I am so glad that you guys have been tuning in, and I'm hoping that you excuse all the little mistakes that happened today. I wanted to make sure I was in the same mood that you guys were in today in celebration. And make sure, like I said, you guys hit me up. Drop some comments on spacewashere.com, or if you're on SoundCloud, whether you're on SoundCloud.com/SpaceWasHere or SoundCloud.com/HERBan Nerd Weekly. Oh my God. Whether you're on either one of those, make sure you drop a comment, man. Drop off comments on some of your best weed memories. When was your first time smoking? What was it like? Did you get high? A lot of people say they don't. I definitely, I'm pretty sure I did, because I ate, first I cooked hot dogs in the microwave and I chopped them up and I covered them in hot sauce because I wanted hot dogs with hot sauce. Like, I was walking to my house and it just sounded good when I said it so much. That's all I could think to make. Hot dogs with hot sauce. Hot dogs with hot sauce. It was a great memory, man. That was a great summer. I felt up on my first like pair of titties, like full on that summer. It was that was spring break. It was awesome. That was a great spring break. Felt up on some real live titties. Girl was in my lap. I ain't have to spend a dime. Got high. Ate hot dogs and hot sauce. And every time I think about that shit, I just can't help but smile. But that's I guess one of my first weed memories. My real first time smoking. I rolled up. I went down the street from my house because I had no fucking imagination about where to hide. I didn't know anything. So I just went down the street from my house. And then I came in the house and I watched Cartoon Network for fucking 3 hours. And I was stuck. I sat there for so long. I watched TV. All I did was watch cartoons and my nose just started running. For like 5 minutes, I didn't give a fuck. I didn't like clean it up or no. I wasn't one of those like people that like grew up with like the snotty nose. Like, I was one of those like my parents were like, clean your nose. Like I was very like, I had, the parents that made sure I was like well taken care of and stuff like that. So for me to sit there for like 5 minutes straight, just dumb stone and my nose is running, that was a great first time. I was high as shit. What was yours like? What are some of your best weed memories overall? Let me know. I'm your boy Spayce, man. I am a comedian / content creator, and I love making people laugh. And I'm glad to be providing you guys with this podcast each and every week. I love entertaining people. Let me know what you guys like. Happy 420, everybody. We're going to celebrate. We're going to be lit as fuck today. Holla at your boy, man. HERBan Nerd Weekly. Spayce was here. See, because my name is Spayce. And see, I was here, but now I'm... What's up, guys? If y'all stayed all the way to this part of the podcast episode, that means you're a real HERBan Nerd Weekly listener. I really appreciate that shit. I fuck with you the long way if you stayed all the way to this part of the podcast episode. And to reward you, I'm gonna get y'all the exclusive on my song that's getting ready to come out real soon. Let me know what you guys think about it. It's called Can I Get Her? And it's featuring the characters I made up, 4 Chainz, the 2 Chainz parody, Quavo parody, and not Kodak Black, of course. Not, Kodak Black parody. So, check out this song, Can I Get Her? If you fuck with it, let your boy know. I'm about to drop this shit real fucking soon, bro. Spayce was...
This fucking light is moving slower than a lantern. I need me something heavy, I don't want no salad. I got the munchies and it's turning me into a savage. My little baby said she don't know what she want yet. You better pick some of your